Hello, Algebra 1. Today we are going to be doing some review for your Unit 4 test. We have started by giving you a point at -5, 4, and also we are finding our slope, which is -1/3. For point slope form, we begin with y, and then the opposite of our y coordinate equals our slope, and then x, and the opposite of our x coordinate. To move to slope-intercept form, we'll go ahead and distribute. That's going to give us -1/3 x minus 5/3. And then finally, we'll add our 4 over. And remember, you can just use your calculator to do this. Okay, no need to find a common denominator. We have -5/3 plus 4, and then just remember to math frac your answer. So this will be +7/3. All right, moving on. We're told we have 1 hour of ice fishing. Or after 1 hour of ice fishing, it is 20 degrees outside, and after 3 hours, it is 28 degrees outside. I'm going to make a table and then find my rate of change, which is slope. I know that hours is independent, so that will go here, and then I have degrees. We'll just fill in our table: 1 hour, 20 degrees, 3 hours, 28, and then we're going to go ahead and do our jumps. And then remember, when you're finding rate of change or slope, you're always doing change in y over change in x. So 8/2, and this becomes 4 degrees per hour. Now we want to write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form. I want you to notice we don't have a y-intercept here, because a y-intercept would be 0, So instead, we're just going to pick a point, and we'll do point-slope form. Y minus 20 equals my slope, and then x minus 1. And then from here, I'll go ahead and distribute and add my 20 over. And I'll get y equals 4x plus 16. All right, next up, we're going to review how to move an equation into standard form. To start off, even though it says standard form, we're going to move to slope-intercept form first. So that means we're going to solve for y by distributing 3/4 times -8 is -6. Feel free to use your calculator, and then add your 10 over. All right, so now this is slope-intercept form. From here, we have 2 more things to do. We need to go ahead and get rid of our fraction. To do that, we multiply by our denominator. Make sure you distribute everything. 4 times y is 4y. 4 times 3/4 x is 3x. 4 times 4 is 16, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to subtract our 3x over, because in standard form, the x and y have to be together. Now, technically speaking, standard form says your a value should be a positive. So some teachers are pickier about this than others. So for some teachers, this answer is correct, but the other possible answer would be just to switch all of your signs. Like this. All right, next up, number 4, write the equation of the line given these points. What type of line is this? I want you to notice that they didn't tell us what form to put our equation in. There's another hint. Both of our x's are 3's, and that means our equation is x equals 3. Because of Heivick's, we know this must be a vertical line. All right, the next thing we're going to do is take a look at using Desmos to find the equation of the line of best fit. We're going to round our answer to the nearest 100. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is switch over to Desmos. And I click on my plus, and I go to a table. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type everything in. And just make sure that you type it in carefully. Like, for example, that gave me a 5, but it's actually a 6. And then that's an 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And then 3, 5, 7, 12, 14. And notice it's actually plotting the points as we go. Now I'm going to click on this button right here, Add Regression. And linear regression is our first one. That's the one we want. We're going to take this but round to the nearest hundredth. So this will be y equals 1.91x minus 0.60. The last thing we're going to do is find the equation of the line in slope-intercept form without using Desmos. This is how our equation should look when we're all done. We're going to do this by finding our slope and our y-intercept. For our slope, we can see we have constant jumps here. And to find slope, we do change in y over change in x. So my m is 3, or 3 over 1. My b is 0, 11. And that means my final equation is y equals 3x plus 11. All right, there's your mini review. I hope you have a great day. Bye.